What's up, guys? How you doing? Mr. Osley back here again. Let's jump right into this problem. Okay, we finished on this problem yesterday, and we're gonna jump in right where we left off. Okay, so we've broken everything down to this form. Now we need to combine them. Okay, so combine the things on the outside, and then we'll combine the things on the inside. 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, so 18 times the square root of 2 times 3. Alright, and let's combine it with the things over here. Times 3 times 5. Okay, we're multiplying. The whole problem is multiplication. Okay, let's rewrite this. We now have 18 times the square root of 2 times 3 squared times 5. Okay. What can I pull out? To have 2 of something, to pull 1 out. I can pull out a 3, right? Because I have 2 of them now. It's 3 squared. Okay, so that's going to be 18 times 3 times the square root of 2 times 5. 18 times 3, if you punch in your calculator, you'll find that it is 54 times the square root of 2 times 5. Well, let's go ahead and combine that. 2 times 5 is 10. We cannot do anything else. Okay, this is our answer. 54 square root of 10. You could go and check it. We're not going to waste our time in doing that. You'll see there, example 7 in your book, that this is correct. Okay, go ahead and flip over. Flip your book over there. Alright. We are going to now introduce one thing that's very closely related to this. Okay, this is the product law. Product has to do with multiplication, right? Factor, factor, product. We're going to introduce something called the quotient law of square roots. Okay, so the quotient law, make sure you write this down. Quotient law states that I can combine some things, right? Something that's going to make my job a little bit easier here. If I have the square root of a, remember, just a placeholder, divided by the square root of b, I can rewrite it as the square root of a over b. Okay, so I take 2 individual square roots, okay, 2 individuals, and I can combine them into a single. Hey, guess what? I can also do the reverse. I can take a whole individual and break it into 2 different ones. Okay, it works both ways. Take a look at example 8. Alright, example 8 says simplify the square root of 25 over 4. Okay, so it's a big square root, 25 over 4. Okay. I think it's going to be easier if we break this down into 2 individual square roots. You'll see why here in a second. Okay, so if we go to break this down into 2 individual square roots, all we're going to do is say the square root of 25 divided by the square root of 4. Okay, square root of 25 divided by the square root of 4. Hey, this makes my job a whole lot easier. What is the square root of 25? It's 5. What is the square root of 4? It's 2. Voila, here's my answer. Okay, not difficult. It's really not difficult. Okay, so this quotient law really helps me out. I can take 25 over 4 as a fraction, and I can split it into 2 separate square roots. This makes my job much easier. Okay, now look at example 9. This one, still pretty easy. May not be as cut and dry as before. Simplify the square root of 45 divided by the square root of 5. Hey, do you know what the square root of 45 is? Neither do I. What about the square root of 5? Same. I don't know that one either. But what I do know is that I can take 2 individual square roots and I can put them into a single square root. Okay? Let's try that. The square root of 45 over 5. Hey Siri, what's 45 divided by 5? 9. I'm just kidding. I can't talk like Siri. Okay, 45 divided by 5. That's a lot easier, right? 45 over 5 is 9. So we have the square root of 9. What's the square root of 9? That's easy. It's 3. Okay, 3 is the answer. All right. Example 10. Example 10. We have the square root of 18 divided by the square root of 9. Simplify here, okay? I think it's going to be easier if we can combine these. Combine these into a single square root, okay? So the square root of 18 over 9, we're going to combine that into the square root of 18 over 9. Alright? What is 18 divided by 9? 18 divided by 9 is 2, so we have the square root of 2. Can I do anything to the square root of 2? No, I can't. That's my answer. Okay? Okay, that pretty much covers 100% everything for this section 11.5. Okay, so what is 11.5 all about? 11.5 is all about making things easier. Okay, whether it was two things that are being multiplied and putting them as a single square root, or whether it was taking two things that are divided and putting them over a single square root, or taking a fraction and breaking it up into two different square roots. That's all it is. Okay, today was always going to be a very short lesson. I'm going to get you out of here real early. Okay, I'm going to give you your homework. Tomorrow, be ready to start a new lesson, new section. Okay, so today's homework, I want you to do, let's see here, I want you to do page 474, 23 through, let's see here, 23 through 30 all. Okay, so once again, page 474, 23 through 30 all. I will see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day.